Hello, Raindrops, new subscribers, and old friends. Welcome to Govern Minute. Minutes that matter. This is Mr. A joining you here in Studio B for another edition of Govern Minute. This time, lesson 39. We're going to talk about the House of Representatives. Before we do that, take care of three things. Like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, and click on that notification bell so you know when our videos come out. As always, this video is dedicated to the glory of God who blessed this land. In the last lesson video that we did, we talked about the terms and sessions of Congress. Now that's Congress as a whole. Remember, Congress is the House of Representatives and the Senate. They have a 2-year term, two sessions in each term. Each session is 1 year. And so that is the way they run their calendar. But now we're going to talk specifically about the House of Representatives. What is required of the House, how do you become a member of the House, or what are the minimum requirements, and things of that nature. So let's talk first about the House of Representatives. It is the most numerous number of office holders, 435 members of the House of Representatives. That number is set by law, but it can be changed by law as well. It has been that way since the Reapportionment Act of 1929. And what happens is, as every 10 years, the United States conducts a census. They count the population of the United States. So they go send questionnaires to homes. People who don't respond, they send workers out to question them, find out who lives in the house, how many people live there. They even go to homeless shelters, underneath bridges, homeless encampments. They try to count all the population of a state. Why is that so important? Well, number one, it's important because we need an accurate count. Number two, it's because if any money, any federal money is based on population, you want to get the amount of money you need for your population. So they do it every 10 years. It's called the census, and it is in the Constitution that a census must be conducted every 10 years. So once again, 435 members of the House. Each state is guaranteed one representative. No matter how few people you have, you're guaranteed one representative. It is based on your population. The more population you have, the more members of the House you have. And again, every 10 years after the census, the seats are reapportioned or redivided among the 50 states. So again, 435. So how are these broken down? Well, again, each state is guaranteed one representative. The states that have just one representative, because they are sparsely populated right now, are Alaska, Delaware, North Dakota, South Dakota, Vermont, and Wyoming. On the other end of the spectrum, the most populous states, starting with California with 52 representatives. Texas is second with 38, followed by Florida with 28, New York with 26, and Illinois and Pennsylvania each have 17. So members of the House of Representatives are elected to 2-year terms. 2-year terms. So every 2 years they have to run for re-election. Remember, we have elections every even-numbered year. We're going to have elections next year in 2024, then in 2026, then in 2028. And every election, each member of the House is running for re-election. It is possible, though not probable, that you could have a brand new House of Representatives after an election. You could elect 435 brand new members of the House in an election. However, that has never happened because about 95% of these people are reelected every 2 years if they choose to run for reelection. So it is, again, possible, but highly unlikely that would ever happen. So how to be, and also remember the House, you can have unlimited reelections. There is no limit on the number of years you may serve in the House. You've had some people up in Washington 40, 50 years who honestly don't know what real life is like. They have things done for them. They have great parking at airports. They have staff to take care of a lot of stuff. So these people are seriously out of touch, both Democrat and Republican, because they've been up in Washington as the upper crust, as the upper class of, politically anyway, of citizens. And so I don't think many of them who've been there probably more than 10 years have a good grasp on the reality that you and I face every single day. So unlimited re-election. How to be a member of the House? It's the qualifications, formal qualifications are very, very, very minor. Number one, you must be at least 25 years old. 25 years old. I know some 25-year-olds who don't know how to decide, where to eat, much less make decisions for a national or global scale. However, 25 years old is the minimum age you must be to be in the House of Representatives. You must have been a U.S. citizen for at least 7 years. So immigrants who come to this country legally and become citizens after they've been here 7 years, as long as they're over 25, they can run for the House of Representatives and win. The last qualification, formal qualification, is you must live in the state you want to represent, and that's it. You don't have to be a lawyer or a doctor or a surgeon or a PhD in political affairs or political science or international affairs, international diplomacy. You just have to be 25 years old, a citizen at least 7 years, and live in the state you want to represent. Now, there's 435 members of the House. There are 435 different districts across the country. Each state's legislature, the state legislature, draws the lines of congressional districts. And so you'd have to look online for your state's latest congressional representation map. And so you have a district that you run in. You don't have to live in that district. The formal qualification says you have to be an inhabitant of the state you want to represent, but not a district. So for instance, if I was from Houston, Texas, I am from Texas, but not from Houston. If I lived in Houston, Texas, I could run for the House of Representatives for the district that includes El Paso, way out in West Texas, a different time zone. That's how far it is. Now, can I legally run? Yes. But the informal qualification is that you live in the district you want to represent. Because I don't know, as a member of the community in Houston, I don't know what the political situation, economic situation, socioeconomic situation, the particular problems they face, the particular advantages they have in El Paso, because I don't live there. So one of the informal qualifications is to live in the district you want to represent. However, formally, it's not. It's just the state you want to represent. So that's how you become a member of the House of Representatives. They have 2-year terms, unlimited, and the more population a state has, the more representatives a state has, which equals more power. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you paid attention because there will be a test at the next election. This is Mr. A reminding you that we, the people, are the government. We'll see you next time.